before we close out the last music here, and I'll let Lou introduce this here in just a minute. Have you enjoyed yourself tonight, we hope? Enjoyed being here with you, in particular with all these great young musicians that you've heard on stage tonight. So once again, let's give a wonderful thank you to all the wonderful musicians, young musicians that you heard on the stage. Hopefully, if you like a lot of the music that you've heard tonight, we are going to make it possible for you to take some of this home with you. And you probably noticed in the lobby on the way in, and certainly on the way out, we have a plethora of recordings out there that we hope you'll take just a couple of minutes to stop and take a look at. And more important than that, take them home with you. We've got, I think all the guys that you've heard tonight have brought recordings that they have done under their own name. We've got some of the music recorded with my big band that you've heard tonight already. And then, like I said, the guys have brought in projects recorded under their own name. It's great stuff. And we hope that we'll be out in the lobby afterwards, and I'm going to be out there to sign for you and say hello. So please stop and visit with us for a couple of minutes on your way out tonight. Once again, let's hear it for Mr. Ken Keener on piano. Rick Hayden. On drums, Mr. Stockton Helbing. On trombone, Mr. Brett Spence. On trumpet, Mr. Craig Stevens. The one and only Mr. Will Marini.
I'm sure some of you may be familiar with, sometimes things happen to you in your life and it ends up changing your life in funny ways. And the Blues Brothers band and movie was one of those things for me. And I was playing on the Saturday Night Live show, and it just sort of came from there. And one thing about the Blues Brothers band is we're still playing. It's called the Original Blues Brothers Band, and we play mostly in Europe and Asia. But because of the Blues Brothers Band, I call it the world's best part-time job, because we don't work that much. We go out in the summer and play 15 or 20 concerts, and then usually go to Japan and for a week or 2 weeks, and then isolated other gigs during the year. But it's not like a full-time occupation, but it's the world's best part-time job, because we get to go to places in Europe that if we were a big famous band like Steely Dan or Sting, we could never play there because they couldn't afford to have us there. But we can play with the Blues Brothers band. Ends up one night we'll play in the festival for like 30,000 people, and the next night we'll be in a club with 250 people. So, and I have to admit that the adventures that we have on the road, if somebody had been filming us all these years, we would have had a much better movie than either of the Blues Brothers movies. Because stuff still, like last summer we went to Albania and they lost everybody's luggage. The drummer was holding his pants up with a rope. Anyway, I invite you to sing along in this last tune. It's a Blues Brothers tune, and it's about a city. Actually, the city is not too far away from here. You may be familiar with it. It's sweet home Chicago. Chicago.
very much. We'll see you on